Welcome, One More Gamers, to One More Game Podcast, episode 32. Today is the 16th of November, 2022. I'm your host, theStroke. I'm here with my good friends, Swiftmida. Swift, what's up?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Good, good. We're here to talk about video games.
I'm
and
ready.
Good, good. And I'm also here with ImPickleMatt. Tell us about yourself, mother. Yeah, you're completely muted. Why does this happen every week? All right, so while he fixes that, nope, it's red. You're muted. All right, cool. Well, happy Warzone 2.0 day, boys. And ImPickleMatt might have to rejoin us here, which is good because I forgot to start recording. But we'll make it work. We'll adapt. We'll overcome.
We always do.
All right. So let's talk about it. I see you're enjoying a nice, cool, tall Budweiser.
Oh, it's a nice low-cal bev, Coors Light.
Low-cal bev. How's Warzone treating you?
Dude, I gotta be honest, I've only played one game. I played what's it called? The DMZ when I first played. And I had really no idea what was happening.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
the extraction thing they got going on.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know the point of it. But after that, Savage joined me, and we got a game of duos in the standard BR, and it didn't go good.
Rip. Yeah, I got in there a couple matches today. I did a quads. Got like 35th, call it. Then I did a solo. I got 7th. And then I did a duos. My partner immediately backed out, and I got 4th. But I was playing real like move into a building, wait, kill a guy, move into a building, wait, maybe kill a guy. But yeah,
you remember how we started when we first started playing Warzone? We would hide in the woods.
Nomad strategies.
Yeah.
God. Well, I'm excited to get back in there, and Han Solo is our newest and latest of our first 10 subscribers to the channel. We got you loud and clear on ImPickleMatt. How's it going?
Dude, I'm just clapping some cheeks in a Warzone. You know me.
ImPickleMatt played his very first Warzone match today. How'd that go?
First match did not go well. You die really fast in that game. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Dude, and then I played a game of solos, and I clapped 3 cheeks before I got my cheeks clapped.
A lot of cheek clapping going on.
Well,
yeah, no, it's good though. It's pretty fun. Graphics are a lot better than I remember from the old one when I played it when it first came out.
Yeah,
it's like really fun when you have a squad.
Yeah.
You know, squad up.
I think that's just gaming in general nowadays. It's like if you don't have a bunch of friends, it's almost I gotta just play with God of War and that's it.
Yeah.
Or Elden Ring. Well, cool. If you're in the chat, thanks for joining us. As is tradition, every Wednesday night you can join us if you're listening not live at twitch.tv/OMGpodcast. That's 9 p.m. Central every Wednesday night. We'd love to have you in the chat. Talk about video games while we talk about video games. And if you're here, thanks for joining us. Let's jump right in, boys, to the news for the week. Well, I've got some news about my gaming life, as talked about previously on previous episodes, provided by Viral. I've got a new keyboard, which you may not be able to see on the stream because of the chroma key I've got set up. Matches my green screen almost perfectly. But if you would like to buy an invisible keyboard, here you go. I just realized I can't really show it to you. But it's really cool. And you should go check that out at viraltech.com. PickleMatt will post that in the chat. Use the code OMGpod10 to get a discount and hook us up. All right. It's really cool, but it won't show up on here. So I'll post pictures on the Instagram. You can check that out because it's I'm very, very excited about it.
I mean, we talked about it when you did the stream from there, right? You said it's like 10, like it's pretty heavy. You can tell it's solid
Yeah,
construction.
it's
a
not
thick
going anywhere.
boy.
Like it's customizable down to like the keycaps and the different pressure that you want on the keys. So I selected like a kind of hard pressing, almost has a detent that you can tell when you get to the bottom of it, but it's not loud like the clicky keys that I have on this Razer.
Yeah.
They're silent, so I'm pretty excited about it, and all the different accent keys are there. I also built one for my wife that has an Overwatch theme that I'll show you later on another day. But yeah.
Nice.
I think they're doing a big restock soon because it looks like they're sold out of a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, they will have a update to their website. They're definitely not sold out in store, but on the website, I think they're just getting ready to revamp that whole situation. So check that out here in a couple weeks. All right, enough of that. Let's get into the first bit of news. Witcher 3, a game I know all three of us know and love. Its next gen free update comes out on December 14th. So for the PS5, Xbox Series X, and they're promising all kinds of cool stuff. One, ray tracing, faster load times, which I did hate the load times in that game. But this is cool, and I know Swift is going to be all about this, but they're adding some new content based on some stuff from the show. So that'll be really cool to check out coming up here December 14th for free.
I'll be interested to see how they work some of the show into it.
Yeah.
I also saw that Henry Cavill's doing one more season, and they're hiring some guy with the last name of Hemsworth that's not Thor, and I'm kind of upset
his
about
brother.
It. Yeah.
Yeah, that does make me pretty sad.
Yeah.
You guys know how everybody knows where they were on 9/11?
Yeah.
I remember where I locked myself in to play through all of The Witcher 3 in 1 week, and it was at Holloman when I was waiting for the Beak Horse, which would have been in like 2015.
That's exactly when I did it and where I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
in the TLF. Yeah.
I was single at the time. Well, not really. We were married on paper, but Jen lived in Alaska, so I myself and I just played The Witcher 3 on my couch all day long, every day.
Yeah, dude, I was doing that, but I can't believe how it's been 7 years and I'm still super excited for this next gen free update, which I was not expecting at all. I want to get back into it, but God of War is calling my name still.
Yeah, what do you think, Swift? Are you gonna bang through God of War and then at least try this out? I think I might do it.
I probably will. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time up to this point.
Dude,
so
the problem is I don't own the game on anything I own now. I had like an Xbox 360 or something, or Xbox One back then.
I actually own it on Steam.
I have a Steam.
When we deployed, I was like, well, I could play other games, and this is before we had the Warzone squad, so I rebought it on Steam and played through it again just because
why not?
Yep.
Well, cool. If you're excited about that, or you want to check it out on your PS5 or Series X, December 14th, get that bad boy. All right, moving on. PickleMatt, are you officially pre-ordered on the PSVR 2? I won't tell your wife if you say yes.
Yeah, that's right. No, I officially am. I made the pre-order.
Okay.
It's a thing.
So, PSVR 2 game prices have been revealed as pre-orders go live, as PickleMatt is in there. I wanted to pre-order, but I didn't know how. I registered late, so I haven't received anything. So I imagine I'll be hearing something back, but
nah, dude, they're all sold out.
Fresh out.
Yeah.
I had to pre-register to pre-order, and then I got my pre-registration email that let me pre-order. It was good.
Well, cool. So I'm screwed, but as they revealed kind of what's going on with their games prices, they basically range anywhere from $25 to $60, which is pretty much expected for VR games. The big one, Horizon Call of the Mountain, the VR game based in the Horizon Zero Dawn universe, is going to be $59.99 at release. So that'll be the big one to check out on that bad boy. The hard
Isn't
thing
that
for
one
me
that
is
the one you ordered?
is that the one you
Steph?
pre-ordered?
Yeah, there's a two options when you try to pre-order. It's either the standalone VR system, or you can get the Horizon Call of the Wild bundle, which is what I got. And I
Nice.
think you get $10 off Call of the Wild when you bundle it. Or
Bundaloo.
Call of the Mountain, sorry.
Yeah, cool. I want to check that out. No Man's Sky will be on there.
Dude.
Swordsman VR, all kinds of Demio.
God,
Be a good one to
I
check
got super stoked when I saw they were making a new Firewall game. Did you guys, or Stroke, did you ever play that?
Was that the kind of like realistic shooter type game?
Yeah, tactical Rainbow Six style shooter.
I think I tried it, but it didn't really stick.
So that game, I bought it was bundled with the AIM for a long time, and people said you need to play it with the AIM, which was just the little like weirdest looking space gun thing. It was basically so you could be holding a rifle in your hands.
Right. So
but
your hands weren't disconnected, and you were trying to pretend like you're holding a rifle.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that was the VR experience that made me believe in VR for the rest of my life.
Nice.
I remember you would hold the rifle out and shoot around corners at people and do all sorts of crazy stuff.
See, this is
so fun.
This is why I'm not into the whole VR thing, because like I like Call of Duty because it's sure it looks kind of real on the screen, but I don't have to like get inside of it. I like being in an F-16 dropping bombs from a long way away, not in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like
You don't want to be down and on boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Not your cup of tea.
Good for those people, but nah, that's not for me.
Yeah, well, to each his own. There's a bunch of games coming out, and another cool thing I saw with PS Plus is a lot of these games that are kind of available on other platforms. There's going to be a discount if you're a PS Plus member, so 20% off, 10% off for a lot of these other games. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, there you have it. Pricing model for PlayStation VR 2 games. One thing I am kind of sad about is I didn't hear any mention of an Astrobot VR 2 game. Makes me sad.
Dude, that would be
they
cool.
Need to make that.
All right, moving on. More PlayStation news. I thought this was funny. You guys are gonna love this. I know Swift was pissed off about this already in the news post in our Discord, but PlayStation might be exploring NFTs and blockchain technology. Okay, so imagine this, boys. An NFT patent was filed to turn non-fungible digital assets into non-fungible token assets, reminiscent to a pro athlete who decides to take LeBron James, wins a game, takes his jersey off, throws it into the crowd. Sony would like to move into a direction where perhaps a player in a Call of Duty tournament who's big time can take the gun that he won the match with and NFT it to a lucky gamer who can now be the happy recipient of a digital asset on the blockchain. So while it sounds kind of cool, what do you guys think of this? I mean, at the end of the day, when they're trying to convince you of false scarcity of a digital item that's not really real, where are you leaning?
Also, like, what are we talking about? Who's gonna pay for that when? I mean, yeah, you're right. I know there will be people that would do it.
Yeah.
But you're paying for what, a Modern Warfare 2 gun that literally everybody else has. This one just won a tournament. Like, what?
No,
Yeah.
I think it'll be more like it is the only copy of it,
Right.
a digital copy of this one gun. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine a world where they're like, here, this dude had a very specific skin that we let him design because it was the championship, right? And they won, and now we're giving away 10 copies of this to lucky people who want to pay money for them, kind of thing.
Yeah. Lucky people who have money to blow on things like that.
This is genius. Like, they're gonna make a shit ton of money off this. They already make money off of skins from people, but like throw in there that only 100 of these were minted and people go wild, as long as it's not an FTX token, which I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. It's
Ponzi scheme.
weird. This may just be backlog of like how long the patent process takes, because with cryptocurrency like literally in free fall right now, I don't know how smart it is to continue pursuing this, but we'll see. Sony seems in some ways, like Square Enix and some of those other companies, they're still pursuing this NFT stuff, so we'll see where we go. I do
This
like
type
the
of NFT
idea.
is the only one that makes sense to me.
Which one?
Like nothing else makes sense to me.
What's that now?
This is the only NFT that makes sense to me
Yeah.
because you actually like it physically does something. So like when somebody mints a screenshot of Jack Dorsey's first tweet ever and sells it for $5 million, like what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. But if there's only 10 of this helmet that you can get that it shows flames coming off of it, that makes sense to me because it's like a digital good that people will see.
Yeah, but on the other side of that, like recreating that thing is very, very easy to anyone with
That's what
any
I'm saying.
sort of
But
compute.
it's in the code of the game that in like Modern
Yeah, yeah,
Warfare
yeah.
2,
I'm just
not
saying, like,
everybody can have a flaming helmet.
a digital artist created that thing, you know? Like, it's not like, I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah.
No, I know you're saying, but that's what I'm saying is it doesn't make sense when somebody makes a digital piece of art and you can take a screenshot of that digital piece of art and make it your wallpaper.
Right.
It does make sense in a game where the game is locked down in code where only I can have that helmet now because it's been minted to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
and you pay $1 million for it, and then the
No,
next
you
Call of
win it
Duty
and then
comes
you
out the
sell it.
next year, and you can't use it anymore. So what?
well,
Yeah, that's
until
true.
there's some sort of like Ready Player One universe where I can just bring in like my Master Chief skin into like a race car race, none of this is gonna work, but
Yeah.
we'll get there. Cool. I don't hate the idea of some of this stuff, but I know it's not going to be used in that like pure way. It's going to be used to take advantage of people's money. But anyways,
If you're watching this in 2040, don't laugh at us too much, okay?
yeah, this didn't age well. We're going to end up on one of those stupid
Yeah.
top 10
Yeah,
things
right.
that didn't age well in 2020. All right, moving on. Overwatch 2 mid-season patch has been delayed until about 2 days from now, maybe tomorrow, late tomorrow. So this was confusing me because I was playing the other day and I kept getting killed by Tracer, which in Overwatch 1, I would just go, okay, I'm going to switch to Mei and then freeze her and kill her. Jen's like, switch to Mei, and so I would go into the place and hit H and I'd be like, where's Mei? Did they make her a healer or a tank or something? But she wasn't in there. She had some kind of like balance issues or something, and so she's not a selectable character currently. So if you don't want to
Was she
keep,
OP?
I don't know exactly. I'd have to look that up, but
I don't remember her being OP.
no,
Yeah,
I kind of felt like she
Overwatch 2
was
made it so you couldn't freeze. It made it so that she was
way
useless
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
So we'll see.
I
A
don't
couple
know.
days, and I'm wondering when we're gonna see the new hero, if that comes out during this patch or not. But they did release a trailer for that robot-looking dude. But anyways, what do you think?
Yeah, I need to get back in there. I haven't played Overwatch in a little bit. I had a busy week, which will be alluded to when we get into games we played, because there aren't many.
Game we played.
Yeah, right. Essentially.
Well, cool beans. That about wrap it up for the news for the week, ladies and gents. Any news going on in your gamer lives, boys? Besides, boy.
Dude, the only thing I'll say is I'm fully. Has nothing to do with video games, but it does have to do with games in general. I am fully diving into the retiree lifestyle. I played pickleball for like 5 hours on Saturday, and then golf
Oh no, we lost you.
is where
Dude,
this is where I am.
pickleball is huge, right? Isn't like LeBron James buying into pickleball now? Like
I think he's
making
buying
teams?
a team or something. Yeah.
Dude,
I heard pickleball is really I've
I
only
am
played it once,
really
but
good at pickleball. Actually, I've never
It's
lost.
so fun.
But
ImPickleMatt should be really good at pickleball, but I've only played it like twice.
all right, well, there you have it. Let's get into the games radar for this week. This will be a little bit better than last week. So kind of exciting. I'm on the fence about this one, boys. I'll see if Swift is in on it. I don't know PickleMatt's affiliation with Pokemon, but Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming out on November 18th. That's only for the Switch, obviously. And that's your next standard installment of Pokemon. But now we're in a completely, not only are we in an open world type situation, but now we are also in a fully online cooperative, up to 4 players can play with each other at all times, always connected if you want to be kind of game. November 18th, Swift. Which one are you getting, Violet or Scarlet? That's how I phrased the question.
I think I don't know. I'll probably go Scarlet.
Yeah.
I don't really know what those colors are, but Scarlet sounds cooler, I think.
Yeah,
Scarlet's like a red.
dark
and then
red.
Violet's like purple.
Okay. Yeah, Scarlet for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of playing online,
Right.
battling Pokemon together. It sounds like a cool concept, but again, I don't know if I'm going to be actually in there because I think I own pretty much every generation of Pokemon game that's ever been a game. And I
Right.
don't think I beat the last one, so I probably just won't. I don't
Well,
know.
here's your starter Pokemon. You got a little there they are. Fire, water, grass, as is tradition. A little
Weird.
fire alligator looking dude, a water duck, and a grass cat.
I don't know if we've ever talked about this. What were you guys when Red and Blue was the back in the day,
Charmander.
right?
No question.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I was always a Squirtle.
Wasn't
Squirtle guy all the way.
Wasn't yellow one of them?
Yellow was
No, it was
a little bit
Bulbasaur.
later. Yellow
Oh,
came
okay.
out when you had to pick Pikachu.
Yeah. Then you had Pikachu, yeah.
And he didn't go in his ball because he was a little shit.
Because he was a brat.
He didn't want to succumb to slavery, I guess. But anyways. Yeah. November 28th or November 18th, 2022. All right, the only problem with this game, Swift, is I'm 35 years old and there's 1,000 Pokemon now. So like,
dude,
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, okay, he seems cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this before, where it used to be 151, and I knew every single one of them, and
Yeah.
now no, I need an actual Pokedex to keep track.
Can someone actually
Do they
invent a
sell those?
Pokedex? I don't know.
Yeah,
I bet they
right.
have 'em.
I think it's called a cell phone. But
Probably.
What, do you not have a phone?
what do you not have Pokedexes? Pokedexi? I don't know. All right. Next up, I know PickleMatt will be excited about this one for the PC, even though I don't know if you played this or not on this.
I haven't played it. No, it's
okay.
no.
The Miles Morales version or expansion, is it a whole separate game? I don't know. Expansion, add-on, DLC?
Separate game, but slightly smaller.
Okay, gotcha. For PC is being released on November 18th as well. So if you're done with Ragnarok, you got a whole bunch of games that you can play coming out on the 18th. And that's one of them that I am excited to try out. But I might just play it on PS5, to be honest.
Yeah, if you have PS Plus, like I think the mid and high tier, then you have Miles Morales available to you for free.
Okay.
Yep.
But if you only have PC, I recommend that game faux show because the just normal Spider-Man's dope as hell too.
Yeah, those games are really cool.
Get a controller though if you're gonna play it.
I have to confirm my age to look at a Spider-Man ad. Hate the world.
Dude,
all right.
It's gory, you know?
Isn't the whole point of Spider-Man like he doesn't do anything except his fists?
He just incapacitates people, and that's it.
Oh, look how sleepy all these enemies are. They're so tired, all tuckered out over there from my fists. J-Nick says Miles Morales was dope on PS5. Yeah, I'm going to check that out once I've beat all these other games. Cool. Lastly, Evil West is coming out on all but the Switch on November 22nd. The summary is, evil never sleeps, but it bleeds. A dark menace consumes the American frontier As one of the last agents of a top-secret vampire hunting institute, you are the final line between humanity and a deep-rooted terror that now emerges from the shadows. So this game looks really cool and has some really cool theming. So think American Old West, but vampire hunting. And it's co-op. I don't know. These pictures don't really do it tons of justice, but I think it looks really, really cool.
Looks fun to me, but I think I'm gonna wait for the reviews on that one.
Yeah, might be a good idea. Yeah, so that comes out November 22nd on everything but the Switch. Evil West. Maybe that'd be a good one to get Swift trying out. I don't know if it's necessarily obscure, but
Evil West. I wonder if that's gonna be on Game Pass. I wish they had that. Like, they probably want people to pre-order. That's why they don't tell people what's on Game Pass coming up.
yeah. I mean, it looks really good. I will say sometimes everything kind of gets jumbled up in the art style, but yeah.
Quick shout out to Crizzo. He just gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
Oh my God, Crizzo, what are you
doing?
Dude,
that's crazy.
I'm a subscriber now. Yay.
You're a madman.
Thank you, dude. That is awesome.
Dude, thanks.
He doesn't want this show to die. That's what it is. He loves
this
this.
show will never die.
It's never gonna die.
Here it is. They're all popping up. Thank you very much, man.
We'll be talking
That's
about
awesome.
video games until we're experiencing the jackpot, like in peripheral.
Yeah.
Hey, no spoilers, dude. I'm only on episode 3.
You gotta get with the times, dude. Come on.
Catch up, buddy.
Is it good? I don't know. I kind of it's
so good.
Okay, I'll give it another. Good. I kind of got a little like a little too Matrixy for me, but I don't know. And we need to grow. You're right, Crizzo. We need to grow. And now, if you're excited about a game coming out here in the near future, you can reach out to us at OMG_podcastGG on Twitter or Instagram, or email us at OMGpodcastGG@gmail.com. We'd love some game recommendations, things we missed on the radar, or things you just want to talk about. Get an idea for a concept for a whole show? Send it our way, and we'd love to hear from you. All right, we've got big news about the Discord that you all need to join. We've been calling ourselves Bonsai Gaming for a long time, and now with the death of Warzone 1.0 is the death of Bonsai Gaming, and we shall rise as not Bonsai 2.0, but one more game. That's it, just one more game. The One More Game Discord, you can join. PickleMatt will drop it in the chat, and we'd love to have you guys join, game with us, play some video games. We get it. There's always someone in there, pretty much every night, playing something. You can find, whether that be Overwatch. Just Overwatch. We only play Overwatch. Okay, so
that's it. That's the only game you get.
Hey, we had a weekly events starting now.
We do. We're gonna be getting some Warzone after this, but we'd love to have you guys, and feel free to join us. All right, PickleMatt. This is the part of the show where we talk about sweet, sweet pickles. Your sweet pickles.
That's right. If you go into the Discord that we were just talking up a lot, there is a channel called Sweet Pickles where I'm going to post the best deals that I see about gaming and sometimes other things, technology, whatever I think the boys and girls might be interested in. So here's a couple of highlights for this week. Obviously, we've got Black Friday coming up, so do your own soul searching to see what Black Friday deals you think are good. But here's some ones that you might have missed as we roll into that. Dell.com right now is selling the Switch OLED for the normal price, but when you make that purchase, you get a $75 gift card to Dell.com. And if you don't know, Dell has really bad customer service and sells PCs, but they also sell like smart home devices, and they'll sell video games. So like you can buy Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5 from there. They'll price match other things, but don't expect to get any customer service after you purchase anything, and it usually takes a long time to ship. So,
you're really.
But if you're in the market for yeah, they're terrible.
He doesn't want to advertise for Dell, but he does want to hook you up with a sweet pickle.
That's true.
Yeah, dude, I've tried to order multiple things. So I ordered the Elgato Stream Deck from there, And a week goes by, and then they just cancel my order. And then I call in. I'm like, hey, man, like, what's going on? I want my Stream Deck. They're like, oh, you made more than 3 purchases in 3 months, so we can't sell you anything else.
We thought it was fraudulent, and we just canceled your order.
It's like, what the fuck? Do you not want my money?
Oh,
wild.
that's frustrating. At least they have Elgato products, though. That's kind of cool. Oh, speaking of which, did you guys see the new Stream Deck Plus? I need this.
Yeah.
I need this thing. We can talk about it later, but cool.
But anyway, the OLED Switch is dope. I don't know if you guys have played it yet, but that screen is so awesome. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I have because we.
Oh, you
lost
both
my
have
first one.
OLEDs?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm living in the past. I'm still rocking the day one release Kunsan Airbase or
Yeah.
Osan Airbase special.
The
Some
only
kid
reason I
got-
have an
got
OLED
that for
is
his
'cause-
birthday this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My old one.
the only reason I have the OLED is because we lost mine on a plane. My original one.
Oh,
Otherwise,
some
I
That's
was
lucky-
right.
be
Yeah, you
rocking
talked
that
about
one.
that.
Some lucky stewardess just rocking with your Switch these days.
I know.
Nice.
God, good for her. Another sweet pickle we got for the week. Mario Kart Live Circuit goes on sale for $60 at Best Buy next week. So, did you guys ever see this or play it?
I was this
No.
close to buying it. I've been on the fence many times. When it first came out, I almost bought it. And then I was like, I think Liam's still too young for this to be cool or like usable.
Is that the one where you
Yeah.
race the cars around like your living room and it has real time like video and everything?
On your Switch.
Yeah, it's all augmented reality. And so you're racing on your Switch. There's a camera on the car, and you set up a little track in your house, and it like in the game it puts up like the question mark boxes and all the items and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a really we need to do our Nintendo episode because Nintendo always does really cool things like this, but it's probably one of the coolest uses of augmented reality that I've seen in quite some time, or
Wow.
maybe even ever.
So what is it normally that it's on sale for 60?
It's $100 usually, and you
Wow.
can buy either Luigi or Mario as the actual physical cart.
Oh, if you can't be Yoshi, I'm out. Sorry. I'm out.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a DLC probably.
You just
Dude, that's cool.
Nah,
pick his
That's
head
actually a
up.
I'm in
pretty
the
good deal. 40%
Yes.
off.
Yeah, $60. Yeah, it's pretty good. Dude, I was in the same boat though. Isaac's only 3. He turns 3 next month, so I don't think I'm in the window yet. So I think I'll hold off and see if he's interested in a few years. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I would
And-
probably enjoy it, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds awesome. I've seen videos of it and it looks really cool.
Yeah. And
Nice.
then other things in the Sweet Pickles channel, we hooked up Craig with laptop recommendations because he needed some mobile gaming. And so we found him a $1,000 laptop at Best Buy. So if you have any questions on that, or if you need any advice on anything like that, we can find you a good deal on Black Friday. We'll team up and help you.
He was
Yeah.
he was asking questions and he ended up ordering it, right?
He did.
Yeah, he ordered the one from Best Buy, so we're going to have to get pictures of it.
Yeah.
And I think Strafen was getting PC build advice on there too.
Yeah, we're going to deep dive into Strafen's PC build here. I think tomorrow I'm going to get into it, but
And
all
then
right.
Just the last pitch, viraltech.com, VYRALTEQ.com, OMGpod10, you'll get 10% off, and they do custom built PCs and custom keyboards like you saw before, invisible ones too.
Or you didn't
Invisible
see.
ones.
This is so crazy looking. Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
Note to self, don't make a custom gaming peripheral if you're using a green screen that's the same exact color as your green screen.
Yeah,
All right. Lesson learned.
so good.
All right, ladies and gents. That is the Sweet Pickles for the week. Go ahead and join our OneMoreGame Discord, and you'll get those Sweet Pickles delivered to you daily by PickleMatt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move into our major topic for the week. And we're talking games as a service. We've hit on these in the past in the pay model episodes that we talked about, different ways that companies like to take your money. But today we're going to talk a little bit about games as a service and what that kind of means and what especially with the release of Warzone 2.0 as we say goodbye to Warzone 1.0. We're going to get a little bit into that. So first of all, Swift, let's go back. I don't know, is it Sarah McLachlan? I will remember you.
I think so. When you're watching
Sick
dogs
pets on TV.
without
Yeah.
eyes
Yeah.
on TV.
Let's talk about Warzone, dude. Let's hit up some of the memories. So we were in this thing. Did it come out when we were deployed? I'm pretty sure it did, right?
It did, yeah. We were in there early on.
Yeah. So it immediately became our little squad's number one played game, and we started out in Verdansk.
Yeah, it helps that we had nothing else to do other than fly,
Work out,
and
eat,
go to the
and
gym.
game. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody was always ready to play.
Yep.
Dude, deployments these days must be so much better than like the Korean War.
Oh God. Even I
Well,
have
yeah.
my original deployments were back in 2008. And like the difference between those and now is insane. Like we have full Wi-Fi internet everywhere now, wherever we are. I remember back
didn't you have to
then,
like go like walk somewhere to get Wi-Fi to try to FaceTime every once in a while?
they would have Skype stations, and you'd
Or
have
Skype,
to sign up. And this was when Skype was like first coming out, and it was like barely just above 56K modems, and you would wait in line for hours to get a computer, and it was super shitty, and you could barely see the person you were talking to, and you're like, oh, so bad. And I remember there was one company, I think on my second deployment to Balad, Iraq, there was a company that was promising like personal Wi-Fi in your little pooch thing, and they were charging people like $500 a month to have
Oh my
permanent
God.
Wi-Fi.
What?
Yeah, just like straight up ripping us off. I'm like, why are you allowing this on the base? It was crazy.
That's wild.
Speaking of deployments, I told Easy earlier, but I may have some news in the coming weeks, depending on how things roll.
Oh no.
How the dice roll.
No. All right.
Go to Shaw. Come on. Oh, please be to Shaw.
Yeah.
Please be to
Got
Kunsan.
Beetleborgs in the chat. Got him.
Got him. All right. Well, we'll stand by for that. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Maybe you're just deploying to Verdansk or wherever. What's the place called in Warzone 2? Al-Mazara or something?
I can't even remember.
Dude, when we were in Korea, every time I would walk outside in the winter, I just kept thinking to myself, holy shit, there are people that fought a war here with no heat.
Yeah.
It gave me, like, in all seriousness, it gave me a profound respect for everybody that was born, before and served before, like 1989.
And that was just dirty war too. Like, just you're in the mud and grime. Ugh.
Yeah, well, then summer hits and you're like, holy shit, people fought a war in this.
50,000 mosquitoes. Oh.
And the spiders.
Those furry or those furry centipedes. Remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those things give me the creeps.
We are so freaking lucky.
Yeah.
To have been born in when we were.
Thanks for all those old vets serving over Vietnam, Korea, all those ugly places. Good job.
Yeah.
Because we got it easy.
Man. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, not cool, but all right. So Verdansk, and then it changed up a little bit, right? Everyone was like, "We need to change you got to update the map more often." So Black Ops came out, and they made it 1984 Verdansk. So we time traveled or something.
Vanguard.
Oh yeah, Vanguard.
Yeah.
No, was it Vanguard? I thought it was.
I think so.
No. Black Ops came out first.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Pretty sure. Okay. And then Vanguard came out later.
All right.
So yeah, they kind of like retroized it, which changed it slightly, but then everyone's still like, new map. And then I remember that. So Rebirth Island came out. Everyone thought that was going to be the new map, but that was fun, but completely different game type, right? We got in there a little bit.
Yeah, it was way different. So much more fast paced, such a smaller area.
Yeah. It was like standard Call of Duty match meets battle royale. Like I felt like
Yeah.
you were playing a Call of Duty map with like multiplayer standard, and then yeah, and then pretty much the thing that ended the game for me. I kind of stopped playing once this became the thing. But Caldera, everyone, careful what you wish for, because they changed the map and it was terrible. Hope you like.
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
hope you
were
like
not
foliage.
happy. Yeah. And I know after we quit, they did some updates to decrease the foliage, and I
Yeah,
don't know. There were a few things that they added, like the apex balloons to make it easier to travel across the map. But at that point, I was just like, yeah, I'm done with
yeah.
this
I've
for
had my fill.
the foreseeable future.
So PickleMatt, what was the? Why'd you never get into this game?
I was an Apexer back in the day, man. I loved Apex Legends, and then I hopped into Warzone, and the graphics looked. It reminded me of like a PlayStation 2 game. I don't know if I was doing something wrong on my PlayStation 4, but
Hmm.
and then combining Call of Duty with the permadeath is just not good enough for my blood pressure to make me want to keep doing that. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'll agree with you.
dude,
We
Dude,
had
there were many nights where
stressful. Like, why are we doing this?
play. Yeah, we would play for hours and not even come in the top 30th in quads, like 30th team. And all of us at the end are just like our blood pressure is boiling. We're just like, screw this game, I'm out. Like,
yeah.
Till
And then
tomorrow.
you have that moment of realization after you've lost like 3 times in a row. Like, what, why am I here? This is not
I could
fun
be
at
having
all.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be doing anything else.
I also think they do a really terrible job as far as skill-based matchmaking. I
Yeah.
think they've tried to like institute it in their own ways, but when you have a squad of us four who are at work all day and then come home to like try to relax in quotation marks and play Call of Duty Warzone, and
Relax.
you have streamers who have been on for 8 hours
Just
who play
sweating.
all day every day, and you die to them over and over and over. It's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's a fine line to walk in those games because you got 100 people. You got to fill the lobbies constantly, right? People are not. I mean, Fortnite, Warzone. You don't wait longer than a few, not even minutes for a match.
Yeah.
So if you start
I can't
tweaking
even
with
take
all
a
that
pee in
stuff,
Fortnite, dude.
right? Like you start messing with that, people are gonna start falling off because they don't want to wait for the queues. So I don't know. It's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
I was 2.0ing a little bit ago, and it took me forever to get a game. The first one, it was ridiculous. I was in a lobby shooting other people for 5 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if that's only my experience or.
They're trying to match someone with such a low KD as you.
Yeah, just put me with bots, man. I'll kill some bots or get killed by them. I don't care.
It also doesn't help that it's launch day. You know, there's
Yeah.
always going to
Yeah.
be kinks.
Yeah, did anybody DDoS it?
Yeah,
I
right.
don't think so. Everyone loves that game. Um, but yeah, man, we built some good memories. We built a pretty strong gaming crew since then. You know, with the Craigs and the Joes and all that.
Yeah.
That's kind of spanned over a few games. So we had some good memories in there, which is why I think you and I are both a little bit excited to get back in there, and we'll get PickleMatt in there as well. I don't know. You got any other really good memories in there? I loved how we just originally always went to the prison drop, just to the
Prison
towers.
drop every time.
Yeah.
And then, well, it kind of depended on the flavor of the month, right? It was prison initially, and then we dropped at the airport every
Airport.
time for
So
like
much
3
airport.
months.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it just kind of depended, because I remember when Superstore was the hotness, and we would try to get in there, you know, amongst the sweaties. And sometimes we did okay. Most of the time, we came out in the gulag.
Yeah.
Um, so, uh, yeah, I don't know. Like you said, it was kind of I would say one of the founding games of our like crew as a whole, like you
Yeah.
said, as far as getting everybody together and branching out into different things, which is cool.
I'll buy that. Jay Nick in the chat says only one match played, and Swift died to a tandem on an ATV 10 minutes before the stream. Yeah, we talked about that. He didn't lie. And Beetleborg says fondest memories were the prison drop on the turrets that most often wiped us in the first 2 minutes. Hey, you're gonna get in there, you're gonna get hot and heavy. If you die, the good news is you just queue right back up. You might as well not wait, you know?
Yeah. The only other thing I'll say, because I don't know what game modes you guys were playing, but when J Nick and I were in the duos game, we both died. Like on the initial drop, we both had pistols. Somebody picked up like an RPD or something and murdered both of us. And I was like, all right, cool. First experience in the gulag. Let's overlook the map from the top. Let's see what our areas of attack are. And then we spawned in the gulag, and turned out it was both of us.
Yeah,
in the
it's
gulag. It was
2v2.
2v2.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
The weirdest part is if you're playing by yourself, you get matched with another person, and it's 2v2 still.
Just a random.
Yeah.
Like a rando.
Yeah.
You and some homie are trying to make it out together.
Yeah. I couldn't. I was like, all right, Jimmy, overlook me, because my screen was loading, and then I turned to my right and he's in there with me. I was like, well,
You had one job,
okay,
Jimmy. You had
here
one
we
job.
go.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I'm excited to check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say I've played a few games today. The one thing I'm not excited about is that there's a lot of names that are hard to pronounce on the map, which is not good. I don't think is a good design choice. But whatever.
That's right. J Nick says we did win that gulag. We are officially 1-0 in the gulag.
Yep. Go out on top. Retire. Go play a different game from now on. All right. Well, that kind of brings up the point, though. The game has changed a lot, or it did change a lot over the time that we played it. Some for the good, some for the bad, and that kind of got us thinking about games as a service. If you're wondering what a game as a service is, it's basically any type of game where a developer monetizes the game after release over long periods of time. Think subscription-based or free-to-play with skin purchases, all that kind of stuff, where they continue to update and develop the game over a long period of time, and you slowly trickle your money in there in whatever form that they decide to choose. And the game is more of a service rather than a one-and-done, buy it, beat it kind of thing. So let's talk a little bit about that. What is the first game as a service you ever remember participating in? Mine is World of Warcraft.
Ooh, minus that one, I don't know.
I would say
that is clearly my earliest one.
Yeah, I would say Apex or Fortnite, honestly, but there's got to be something earlier, maybe. I don't know.
So you could argue that Halo 2 was a little bit of a game as a service because they released new maps a little bit, or they had a DLC that released a bunch of new maps, right? And they kind of updated the game, but nowhere near on the level that we're talking about with these.
No.
But
no, that's just DLC.
Cool. So yeah, World of Warcraft for me. Cool. Let's talk about some of the pros of these things. Number one, developers they have to care about what their players think about the game, right? So they have to somehow get their feedback, aggregate it, get all the data, and then kind of hopefully listen to some of those opinions, or for good or for bad. You could argue either way, right? That gamers think they know what they need in gaming, but they don't. But
well, even when we're talking about Warzone, even when Caldera came out, half the pros streamers you would see on Twitter were saying this is a horrible change to the game, and the other half were like, this is amazing, it's such a nice change of pace, all that stuff. So I don't know, you're never gonna appease everybody, but I guess to your point, it is kind of your job at that point to appease the masses to a certain extent.
right, I agree with you there. I don't know, PickleMatt, what do you think? Do you think gamers need to shut up and color, or do you think some of their opinions should matter in games like these, or what?
No, I think they should matter. I do. One thing I don't like about games as a service is I do feel like the devs do feel pressure to add more content, and as you add more content, especially to I don't know games like a MOBA, you can quickly unbalance or unfunify the game. That's not a word, but it becomes very much less fun. So like this is the thing that broke the game. You know what I mean? Like all the
Right.
YouTube videos, like these combos break the game. Um, and then you constantly have balance patches. So and like when I got back into Overwatch, I was not happy about the Overwatch changes that had happened. All the heroes were completely different. There's not as many shields. May can't freeze people, stuff like that, and it just made me kind of want to drop the game right away. So I think when games evolve too much over time, I think you can lose a section of the audience that probably would have come back to the game, but probably doesn't want to relearn all the mechanics of it or pay a bunch of money to unlock all the new characters.
Yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense to me. If you're curious what these cycles, these games kind of go through, this is just a snapshot of some of these games from January of 18 to 20, June of 2020. And we're
Sims
talking,
4.
dude, like a patch every 2 weeks, every week for Fortnite during that period of time. So, like, the game that you started playing in 2018, by the time it goes through all these changes, the game that you liked probably doesn't exist in the form that you liked it in pretty quickly. So that's one kind of to go with that sort of developers caring about keeping players' opinions in mind. On the con side of that, there's a whole slew of things that happen when you change something that people like or don't like one way or the other that often. To touch on your point, PickleMatt, when Heroes of the Storm was in its prime, there was a thing that everyone was worried about called mobility creep, where every hero that they seemed to release was a little bit more mobile than like the previous original set of heroes. Like look at Raynor compared to I don't know, Kahira or Tracer or some of those or Hogger. A perfect example. Like
Yeah.
you had people who were like literally walk and shoot dudes who couldn't move fast or do it, and then all of a sudden you got Genjis and Li Mings or teleporting all over the place. And it seemed like every new hero that was released had to have some form of like better mobility, and so everyone was kind of getting worried about that, and it may have been, a contributing factor into why the pro scene kind of died out too.
I also think that you know we you brought up the graph or whatever it had Fortnite and The Sims 4 or whatever, but even Warzone, they didn't change all that much, all that fast. But I feel like when you're doing all those changes, cool, you're looking for the new next thing, and you kind of forget about the small things. Like I
Yeah,
remember when Caldera came out, there was that jungle dude, that skin that was the level 100 battle pass skin.
Disappearing guy.
That
Yeah.
was literally he was invisible unless he was in within 25 yards, right? So it's like little things like that that just kind of get dropped by the wayside.
yeah, I totally agree with you. It's just you can't catch it all though, right? And of course you're going to get
Yeah.
people whining and complaining about it. The big part is that when they spend all this time like developing new skins and stuff, like constantly releasing a new skin to make money, and yet there's still people hacking and cheating. Like
Yeah.
let's
That's not
focus
tight.
let's focus on the important stuff here, but
Yeah.
cool. Well, another pro is you get continuous support, right? So this allows releases to happen earlier, which there's cons to this as well. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, but of games getting released kind of half baked and then being fixed over time. But it does allow developers to kind of make that work and save games and improve them as they go. So perfect examples, Cyberpunk, Destiny 2 was a shit game when it first came out. No Man's Sky, Halo, Final Fantasy 14, the Master Chief Collection, GTA 5, Diablo 3, a bunch of them. And so this does allow developers to kind of save it over time if what was released wasn't the thing. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't know. I think continuous support is good. I don't know. There's a lot of
Well, we lost him. PickleMatt.
You guys can't hear me?
Oh, you're back.
Not,
You just
oh, you're
froze a little
good.
bit.
Oh, okay. I was just saying even when we talk about HOTS, who's a dead game, I think it still gets continuous support, right? You can still spend money despite it not really having any new updates. I don't like. I mean, we've talked about Cyberpunk numerous times. Like, dude, give me a break. Just release a full game. We've talked about that multiple times. It's frustrating when you not only do you buy a game, but you pre-order it, right? We talked about that like last week or 2 weeks ago, and then it comes out and it's unplayable. It's like, what?
What'd you do with my money?
Yeah, where did that money go?
Yeah.
Well, and then I wonder sometimes, like, Epic Games is milking the cash cow that is Fortnite, and a lot of these games as a service, they're just milking that with skins, like you talked about, or they need to keep Warzone relevant, so they're going to keep putting a large team on that to like make it better and add content. And I wonder, like, how much good talent in the video game industry could be spent making a different game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, you've got these developers who spend, I mean, I'm sure their sole job is to make cool skins, right? And do all the cool texturing and materials and all that stuff. All those countless numbers of teams who spend their time making things just to make money. What kind of games are we missing out on if those people are working on new titles and that kind of stuff?
Han Solo in the chat said, "You see the controversy about the Modern Warfare 2 skin you can get from buying Jack Link's beef jerky at Walmart."
Nice.
I
That's where
didn't
we're
know that was
going.
a
This is
thing,
where
but
we're
that's
going,
freaking
folks.
hilarious. Oh man. I mean, we talked about the double XP you could get from Mountain Dew cans on Call of Duty in the previous episodes, but that shit is funny. I hope that you look like a beef jerky stick because that would be hilarious.
Well, that'd be a Fortnite skin. They don't shy away from characters
Yep.
made out of food, but
Yeah,
all
they're
right.
Fall Guys, man.
All right, so here's a big con. While it may be cheaper initially to play these games, let's say World of Warcraft, perhaps, right? If you want to play, you just pay your sub $12 a month or whatever. Yeah, that's not the true story of it all. Swift, how many years have we been playing WoW? Or
Too many years.
yeah, 2007 or 8 is when I started, and
Yeah, I started in 2006.
we're talking like
Jeez.
at least 14 years ish off and on, and we're talking $12 a month during that time frame. So yeah, we spent a lot more on this game as a service than we would have on a one and done type of deal.
It's a pretty unique example though, because there's not a whole lot of other games where you pay monthly to access just the game.
No, there's not. But on those same lines, things like Fortnite or Call of Duty, they do have a way of like getting a little bit of money from you here and there, right? And that's just going to add up over time, probably more than you would have spent if you just bought a game.
Yeah, in proper pro culture in the chat, I give you shit all the time for continuously buying the battle pass on Fortnite. Bro, it's just skins, man.
Oh, I love the battle pass on Fortnite.
I
I think it's
too.
great.
Did you get Gwen? Did you get
No.
Gwen? You're not gonna get Gwen. Yeah.
I
Okay,
do.
yeah.
I honestly like. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to spend $4.99 or whatever it is a month or a season on the battle pass, but I honestly like that business model because it gives me as the consumer a reason and drive to play. Right.
Right. It's
If I spend
intrinsically built
$4.99,
in.
then I want to get to level 100 and unlock all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I've always been
I
a
don't.
battle pass guy.
It is frustrating to me when you have to play a ton or spend money to get new heroes. So Apex was one of those where
Yeah.
you either played a lot to get the free coins or you spent money to get the new heroes. And if I got back into Apex now, I would have to buy a bunch of people to play, and I wouldn't want to do that, right? Because I want to have fun by trying those new heroes, but I don't want to spend a lot of money out of my pocket.
Yeah, that game frustrated me because it was so fun to play, but I didn't get to try any of the heroes because I didn't want to spend. It didn't seem like they were cheap to buy the heroes, and two, I don't want to have to
They weren't.
feel like I'm being swindled by buying some fake currency with my real currency. Just not really understand how many dollars I'm spending to
Dude,
buy a single
and the-
fucking hero.
And then
Yeah.
they only sell the increments in packs of like
Yeah. Oh, you don't have
400
enough. You need to buy
increments above the
1,200.
So yeah, I think a hero was like whatever it was. It was like 500, but you could only buy packs of like 800. So then you couldn't even get 2 heroes. You have to buy another pack. And then if you don't buy another pack after that, you're wasting 100 gold. So you might as well buy another pack.
League of Legends is terrible about that. Oh, I hate that.
Such bullshit.
Yep. Well, cool. Yeah, be careful with your money because these games, they're designed very specifically to draw money out slowly like a leech. Yeah, but we talked about this, dude. Another con of these games as a service is that games are not constant. Modes change, balance changes, weapons change all the time. They come and go. Some things don't exist in the initial state. Did you know that you can't play Destiny 2's original campaign at all?
Really?
I had no idea.
Yeah. If you're a brand new player and you buy the game right now, you do not get to play the original like quest line that was in there. It's just not a thing.
Weird.
That's
It just
crazy.
doesn't exist. Like all that development just disappeared and replaced by, whatever they think is going to be better for the new player experience.
By candies.
Yeah, with those candies. Yeah, so yeah, Verdansk, it doesn't exist, right? Like there's certain things about developing a game over time as a game as a service where there's no guarantee the game you love or something that you love about a game is going to exist. There's maps that used to be in Heroes of the Storm that I thought were cool. One was called called Mines, Haunted Mines, and you would play on the top like overworld map, and then there were little mine entrances that you could click on, and it would take you underneath into another map that was completely separate, where you had to collect these skulls and then kill a boss that dropped a bunch of the skulls, and the first team to get however many skulls got like a boss to march down the lane. And that map doesn't exist anymore. It's just gone. So it kind of
Well, it's not only that. It's not only that though. It's like you get back into Warzone after you've been playing for a while, and you're playing the sweaties that haven't stopped playing it for the last 4 years. You
Right.
know? Like, dude.
Yeah,
it is
riding
not
around
fun.
on ATVs trying to run you over.
Yeah, that's a whole point in itself, right? Like if you take time off of a game that's a game as a service that's been out for a long time, Overwatch suffers from the same thing. If you're trying to hop back in there, it seems like everyone's a pro. Like there's so many pro
Well,
Widowmakers out there.
dude, Destiny 2, man. I don't want to go do my homework. I can't get into it. Can't do it.
All right. Well, you don't have to. No one's forcing you.
That's right.
I know.
All right. Well, and my lastly thing that I think is cool about or pros about games as a service is it builds communities a lot better. Like never before did we see these huge communities like Warzone has Fortnite, Warzone, Overwatch. They have gaming communities that are like political factions at this point. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, Fortnite is a part of our our pop culture now in a way that no video game has ever done.
Yeah. You see little
I
kids
think.
dancing on the playgrounds to all the Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
When you're hanging out by the playgrounds. Yeah, right, guys?
Right?
I have a kid. I have an excuse.
But it's not allowed within 10 miles of a school, so.
No.
All right, last thing I hate about games of service, hate, especially Warzone, is the constant updates and data storage problems. In its heyday, in its prime, Warzone with its, what was it, Modern Warfare was it what was originally released with, was 200 gigabytes.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, what the?
it
if
was
you
massive.
if you had a 250 gigabyte like solid state drive, that's
You
what you
literally
have on there.
couldn't
Windows
play
and Call
anything
of Duty.
else. Yeah.
Do
Like,
they not even try to compress anything, or like they're just like, we can't touch it. If we touch any file on here, it'll break the game.
it'll
We're not
break.
compressing
The game was
any
already
fucking
super
thing."
buggy.
I was
Yeah.
wondering about that because when I downloaded Warzone 2.0, it was only like 24 gigs. And I was like, is Warzone 1 still a thing, or did they just compress a bunch of files, or how'd they make that happen? And if they're trying to release a full game.
I think Warzone's gone. Verdansk, Caldera, they're gone.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So how did we get from 230 gigs to 24 with
Magic.
the same, essentially the same product?
I think they tried this time to
Ah,
actually compress it.
Dude, so not only the constant updates, and I know ImPickleMatt went through this as well, but I turned my computer on this afternoon, get home from work.
Yeah.
Shannon and I go on a little quick happy hour date. We come back. Warzone 2 is updating. And I log in. I accept all their user agreements. I set up my graphics,
Yep.
all the things.
did you
And then
swear to treat people with respect and
I swore. Yep. I swore to
Scout's
treat
honor.
people with respect. That's right. And I'm finally in it. I watched this long intro video that really had no content whatsoever.
Nope.
It didn't even show a person at the end. It just showed a helmet at the end. I was like, why am I wasting my time with this? And then I'm clicking. I'm like, all right, here we go. First time into Warzone 2.0. And then it pops up. Update requires restart.
Oh, it
Every
blows my mind.
every damn
Every
time.
time.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Dude,
You,
I played a
you
few
got to hear
games and
me-
I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna get the battle pass because I think I'll be playing this enough to make it worth it. I bought the battle pass. Nothing has changed on my computer, right? Like the stuff was on there, I'm sure already downloaded. But as soon as I bought the battle pass,
files are in the computer.
it goes requires restart. I was like, I gave you money and
Imagine-
you're doing this to me.
Yeah.
Imagine forcing somebody to restart. It's just a punishment for buying their shit.
I don't get it, dude. It's crazy.
So,
Dude.
yeah,
I'm not a
imagine
computer
at-
scientist, obviously, but oh my god, there's got to be a better way.
It'd be like being at work, and every time you start up jumps to mission plan, it's like update requires restart. It's like, no,
No,
it shouldn't.
you're banking on the fact that I built a nice PC that can restart things in a few seconds. Okay, fine,
Yeah,
that's a
quick.
thing. But over time, you make me do this 50,000 times, and that's a significant portion of my game time.
So annoying.
Well, Warzone 2 is here,
It's-
folks. And
it's here.
we could talk a little bit about how Warzone kind of did their games as a service and how it affected the market. So this one was a little bit weird because you originally bought. It wasn't required, I don't think, but we had Modern Warfare. You bought the game for $60 or whatever, and then you get into Warzone, and you're like, well, I'm going to play this because it's Battle Royale. I'm probably going to get the Battle Pass. So now you're double dipping. I'm paying Activision and Infinity Ward and all whoever's making the damn game, Ravensoft, twice to
Treyarch,
play this
whatever.
game. So, and then we did it again with Black Ops, and then I didn't do it for Vanguard because I was not excited about Vanguard, but it just seems like every year you're buying another Call of Duty, but you're also putting some money into Warzone, most likely. And the games are
Well-
kind of closely tied, right?
Yeah, the only thing I'll say about that is that I think they do it in a appropriate as appropriate as they can, because, for instance, Modern Warfare 2, right, the one that came out a few weeks ago. You buy that game, cool. Warzone 2 is free, but all of the, I guess I shouldn't talk about that because I haven't played Modern Warfare 2, but originally Modern Warfare, right, when it first came out, I bought the game. We played Warzone. But then when I wanted to level a gun, I could hop into Modern Warfare when people weren't on and just play multiplayer and level guns and the battle pass, right? So it's two separate things, but at least the battle pass is kind of
Connected to
synonymous, like
both.
the same thing, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'll buy that. I mean, on one hand, at least it felt like in Modern Warfare, if you weren't playing Modern Warfare, you were never going to rank up your battle pass fast enough just by playing Warzone to get the stuff that you needed or wanted.
Yeah, unless you're like winning games all the
Yeah.
time.
Which I only do. But yeah.
Dude, you know, an easy way to solve this problem is don't buy the fucking battle pass.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I disagree with that.
I have no
Just
problem
buy Beef Jerky.
supporting the game companies that I enjoy playing their games. But when I feel like I'm getting swindled, I don't know. I'd much rather buy a battle pass and get some cool like skins for guns here and there than like buy individual skins and guns. You know,
I'd rather buy beef jerky and get skins.
at least I get some nutrients out of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know what Han Solo was talking about, but apparently they put the sticker on the outside of the beef jerky stick, and people were just taking the sticker and not buying the beef jerky.
Smart.
And yeah,
Who could have seen that coming?
right.
Not that I would condone any such. I don't know. Is that even theft? Can you steal a digital asset?
Only if it's an NFT.
Yeah, if it's FTX, apparently.
Cool. Let's
RIP.
see what else. They always introduced, or they tried to introduce new game modes and variations and events based on, resurgence and Halloween events and that kind of stuff, which is cool to see. And some of those stuck around, right? Like Rebirth Island, it was a thing up until recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been essentially a thing the whole time once it launched, and then I think they came out with another Rebirth map that was similar in size, just different. I never played it because it was after my time.
King something.
I
Yeah,
like the holiday events. Holiday events are always kind of cool to me.
agreed.
Yeah, I had a great time in the zombie mode in Warzone.
Yeah,
Except when they had those pop out and scare the shit out of you loot
when you
chests.
open the loot box.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's just not cool.
I
Yeah.
remember watching people play it and it happened, and I was like, "Oh, come on, you can't be like, really? You're scared of that?" And then we would be in the game in the thick of it, and you'd open one of those, and I would like lose my mind.
Well, because you're like listening, right? Your senses are high because you're listening for other players around you, and you don't want to get sniped, and you're looking for loot, and you're in it. You're emotionally invested, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah. Not only was it like the flash of light, but it was also so loud.
Right. Surprised I didn't get sued over that, to be honest. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right, gents. Well, this kind of leads us to the end of this discussion. But overall, what are your thoughts about paying for video games over a longer period of time? How do you feel about how it's been implemented so far? What are your thoughts? Like, would you rather just buy a game and be done with it, or what's up?
In
I
my
think I feel
opinion-
more satisfied when. Oh, sorry. I
Go
think I
ahead.
feel more satisfied when I just buy a game for $70. Like just buying God of War made me feel like I'm getting a quality product, as
Yeah.
opposed to just downloading Modern Warfare or Warzone 2, and I'm just like, this shovelware is probably not that good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, in my mind, it goes both ways. I love God of War Ragnarok. I'm happy that it's a linear story. There's no real add-ons to it, right? It's not a multiplayer game. You're not buying skins. It's just Kratos doing his thing. So I think it goes both ways because on the other hand, um, I have paid for WoW for so long, right? But I've always enjoyed WoW, so like as long as I'm enjoying what I'm buying, I have no issue paying long term. And you brought up Warzone 2. Like Warzone 2 is free. Warzone was free. You don't have to buy the battle pass. You don't have to buy skins. That is a free game.
That's what I'm saying, man. It makes it feel cheap. I feel like a cheap hooker.
Well, you want to be an expensive
Whereas,
hooker, right?
yeah, Ragnarok, I feel like, dude, with The Witcher 3 remastered for like, I'll probably buy that game again just because that game is so freaking good. But
Stupid. You don't want to buy a battle pass, but you'll pay for a game you already own again.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay for a battle pass for
Oh
freaking
my
skins. I'm not
gosh.
an idiot.
I'm
Not an idiot.
All right, we found the line where we differ as gamers on One More Game
Yeah,
podcast. Finally, 32 episodes in.
What?
I feel like
You're gonna
ImPickleMatt's
tell
all of
me-
his arguments are invalid.
Yeah.
At this
You
point.
think you're going to tell me that if you don't have a copy of Witcher 3 and they're going to remaster it and release new content, it's not a good investment to buy it again?
Not if I've already played it. Like,
I've already
You've been
bought
playing
it
since
twice.
2015. Dude, that game
I
is gonna
mean,
be
to be
fun.
honest, I've bought Majora's Mask like 7 times originally, and then I bought it I bought it again like as a throwback when I was older on N64. Then I bought it on 3DS. Then I bought it on subscribing to Switch Online. Like, whatever.
How many times have you bought Skyrim? Han Solo says I have Skyrim on my refrigerator.
You know,
No,
you
I'm
can
just
play
kidding, I don't.
Skyrim on Alexa, totally narrated based. I swear to God.
Oh my
You can-
gosh.
You can play Skyrim on a Pip Boy on Fallout 4
Yeah,
with a
on the
mod.
game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can legitimately talk to Alexa through Skyrim. It's awesome.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Well, cool. Yeah, I think I live in, I don't know, to your point about like feels good to spend $70 and get a quality game. It also feels really, really bad when you spend $60 on a AAA release and it's shitty, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
and it's not going to get any sort of game as a service update. So there's also that side of the coin. At least when you're playing a game that you're not fully spending a bunch of money into, you can just quit if it sucks and you didn't spend a whole bunch of money on it. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's valid.
There is a part of me that misses the days where you just bought a game, you beat it, and it was done, and you didn't have to worry about it anymore. I didn't have to play the same game for 4 years. I just moved on to a new game. But that's not where we live anymore.
I mean, the releases these days or this year has been pretty slow. So yeah, Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok, game of the years. That's it.
Ooh, I'm on the. I guess we can talk. We're gonna talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll do an end of the year episode.
All right. Well, there it is. Our discussion on games as a service. If you got an opinion about that, reach out to us at OMG_podcastGG on Twitter or Instagram. And we'd love to hear from you. How do you like to spend your dollar bills? Do you like to get a battle pass and kind of trickle your money in slowly, or buy it all outright? Or are you just kind of... oh, go ahead.
Here's a question. Does anybody ever feel like, do you ever justify a battle pass purchase or like a games as a service purchase by like, oh man, I've been playing this cool game for free and I've been enjoying it for so long. I should support the devs. Do you ever feel that?
I felt that way with Heroes of the Storm, which is ridiculous because
Yeah.
I'm not supporting the devs. I'm supporting an evil corporation. But
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
I've totally
can't say
justified buying a battle pass like that.
I can't say I've ever bought a battle pass because of that thought going through my
Oh
mind.
no, it's just an excuse to buy the battle pass to make yourself feel better about buying it.
no, the battle passes that I've bought in my life are Call of Duty, because I really don't know why. It just seems right. I'm gonna spend the time playing the game, so I might as well get the shit. And Fortnite, and I think that's it.
I think that's it too. I think those might be the only 2 games that I've ever played that had a battle pass. I guess Overwatch. I when I bought the game, prior to realizing it was free to play, I bought the battle pass on accident. So I do have the battle pass on Overwatch
Oh, I
too.
forgot
But
about that
that
because you forgot that
that
it
was
was
not on
free.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Proper Pro Clutcher says once you buy the Fortnite Battle Pass, you can just use the V-Bucks on that. Yeah, if you don't spend your V-Bucks, you can just keep buying Battle Passes. So
Mhm.
yeah. All
Cool.
right, we talked about it, and we're gonna move on to what we played this week. All right. I have a feeling most of our talks are going to be relatively the same. So let's see. Usually, I'll let Swift go first. What'd you get into, man?
Yeah, that's good because I didn't do too much. We already talked about my IRL games. Other than that, I played God of War Ragnarok. I'm still not very far. I think I played like, I don't know, I played like 4 or 5 hours the first day it came out, and then maybe 1 or 2 more hours since then. I haven't played a ton of it because I've been pretty busy. Still enjoying it, obviously, based on all of our conversation last week. And then I played WoW.
All
And that
right.
was it.
We need to talk about WoW because I don't know if you're still in the habit that I was when I was in my WoW heydays where you log in and then you just leave it on sometimes. Because there have been times where it says you're playing World of Warcraft Classic and I'm messaging you like, come play Overwatch or come respond. Are you still alive? And no response. And
There
you're on.
have been a few Yeah, there have been a few times where I'll like come back and check my tab of like messages either from Guild or Whispers or anything and have some missed ones and be like, yeah, I was downstairs like eating lunch or something.
Yeah.
But I will be honest, I was off work yesterday
Just
and
ignoring your friends.
I probably played for 9-10 hours.
Oh my god! What are you
I
doing in
finally
there? You can talk about it.
well, I
I'm pick-
finally when I logged in yesterday, I was level 74 and I got to level 77
Oh, you're almost there.
yesterday because I just wanted to grind. I had so much rested XP that I was like, I'm just going to do dungeons and quests as long as I can. And so I wanted to get to 77, which I got to last night at like 1:30 a.m. and I had to sit top 3 at like 9 today. But it was only because I wanted cold weather flying, and you can't get it in classic until you're level 77. I have the gold, and I just wanted to be able to fly around Northrend.
Nice. I'm trying to think
So
of
yeah,
where
that was
you
my
would
day
even be
yesterday.
questing at 77. I guess you're probably in Storm Peaks or Ice Crown.
I'm not yet.
Not
So
quite in Ice
yesterday it was
Crown.
a lot of Skalazar Basin and
Oh, I forgot about that.
Zuldrak.
Cholazar Basin. Oh, I hate that place. Hunting the beasts. Oh,
Yep. You got to do the Hemet Nessingwary quests.
yeah. Yeah,
So yeah,
dude.
that was my week.
That's a hunter's paradise, though. Are you playing a hunter? You didn't tell
I'm a
me what
mage.
you're a mage. Okay. So many pets to tame in Sholazar if you're a hunter.
True.
And ImPickleMatt in the chat says, "WoW sucks," and
Yep.
coincidentally, ImPickleMatt is fired. All right, cool. All right, I'll get into what I played. I'll let ImPickleMatt finish it out. But yeah, I have played. I'm trying to. Is there a way to look up how many hours I've played games on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know how though.
God of War Ragnarok. I'm on their website. I'm signed in, but it doesn't show me anything about my playtime. I would guess I'm somewhere between 20 to 25 hours in. Been playing a lot.
Nice.
And it is unbelievable. I was telling Swift.
Story's still good.
Story is good. It's a way more in depth than the 2018 game. Like a lot more is happening.
Yeah.
There was a part, I won't say what it is, but visually, there was a moment in the game that looked so good and like stunning that almost felt emotional. I was like, why? How is this even possible? This is incredible. How does it look like this? I was playing on a huge TV, humble brag, but it was insane, and the game is unbelievable. And took some turns that I didn't expect as far as gameplay. So it's very good. I won't say too much about it to spoil things, but so good. Yeah, let's see, what thoughts can I give about the game so far? I think old Kratos is going soft, man. I think he's gonna die. That's my prediction at the end of this game.
Oh no!
Like for real, die. But we'll see.
Kratos doesn't
he's
die,
only
dude.
died. He's died 100 times.
Yeah.
But you'll notice it, like while you guys are playing, they definitely start showing him. He's feeling a little older, like worn down, kind of. You've probably seen it, but cool. Other than that, I played Overwatch. Oh yeah, go ahead.
He seems like he's kind of tired of his shit.
Yeah,
Andreas's shit.
Tired of boys shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, man. And I think I'm probably gonna beat it soon. I'd imagine. I'm not like super focused on the main storyline. Like I'm definitely doing some other crap every time it pops up, but that stuff doesn't take all that long. So I don't. And then Overwatch 2, really the only other game I played. Oh, I played some Mario Party with the kid. We played like 4 nights in a row. Actually, the whole family. Amelia is starting to play. You can press A and select the options that we tell her to select, and whine when she loses every minigame. So she's nailing it.
Nice.
That's how you play.
Yeah. That's how you play. Dad always wins
Oh.
is what they're starting to say, and it's not fair. Get used to it,
Good.
punks. And then we played some Overwatch 2 the other night. Had a good time there. And yeah. Well, me. What about you, PickleMatt?
Nice. I got into just a couple of games of HOTS. I'm kind of slowing down with that because I got too much on my plate. I'll do a little Overwatch 2. We did we have a full squad there a couple days ago?
Yeah,
I think we
so.
did. Dude, Discord, everybody. Come on. Let's figure it out. Y'all have cell phones.
It took us a good 10 minutes to get everyone on the same page in voice chat because of
Oh my gosh.
how convoluted the Overwatch. You can't select a specific microphone in the settings. You have to choose between comms devices or default devices. Just let me pick what I want.
Stupid. Yeah. Anyway, got a little Overwatch done. That was fun. I love being a full squad. I hate playing it alone. It's so bad alone.
Yeah.
But even with when we were rolling 4 deep and we had a terrible tank. Oh god, that was the most frustrating thing. That stupid ass hamster. It was bad. And then I played God of War Ragnarok, of course, which is it's just 10 out of 10 for me so far. I did the first side quest that they kind of give you, like kind of throw your direction. I did all of that, and then I have 2 complaints. Sometimes I kind of hate because I'm not a completionist with games, but I do kind of hate when there's like a game mechanic that has not been unlocked yet, but really early in the game there's that mechanic where you see it and you're like, oh man, I can't get over to that part of the map because I don't have that unlocked. So
it's even worse in this game because like Mimir will be like, brother, we can't do that with the current tools that we have.
And it's nice that they tell you and you're not wasting time on it, but at the same time I'm like, man, I don't think the story's going to lead me back right here, so I don't think I'm ever going to unlock this thing.
You have to remember, write it down in your journal.
Yeah. And then, dude, my other complaint about the game, this is the most minuscule thing, because I think this will probably be, again, one of my top 3 games of all time, but I hate the casted Odin. The voice actor sounds so bitchy for the Allfather and like a little bit too New Yorky.
He almost
Like
seems like a
he
mob boss they're trying to go for.
yeah, he sounds East Coast instead of like Norse god that's supposed to be in control of everything.
I think
Yeah.
you're
But
right. That's a definite deliberate choice, I think, from their part. But yeah, I
but
agreed with you.
dude, the rest of the voice acting is incredible. When did you do the side quest, the first side quest, the mining towers?
Oh yeah,
I did one of
Dude,
them
w-
and then
when
stopped.
Kratos was getting angry at Mimir, like disappointed in what he had done, holy shit, I could like feel that.
the tension.
Like, yeah, where he was like really, you could tell he was really fucking pissed at him, but like he wasn't saying much about it. It was like whoever does Kratos' voice is incredible.
It felt like
Um,
when when 2 weapons officers at Red Flags got in an argument, like publicly.
yeah,
That's how I felt. I was like,
dude, that was incredible. Like that was one of the most incredible like emotional performances I've seen in a video game, I think. And then I like the way that they've grown up Artreus a little bit. I'm not going to spoil anything, but he's definitely like, it seems like he's starting to learn, and I think it's really cool. And I'm sure eventually, hopefully, I experience that as a father too. But I bet they're hitting on a lot of chords there that are like real life, you know.
yeah, it's different
But he's not.
themes from the first game, but it's still like some really heavy. I had a moment I was playing, trying not to spoil it too much, but there was something that happened that made me pause the game and like have like a deep thought about like fate and destiny. It was really weird.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Dude, Swift, do the side quests with the mining towers if you can, and just listen to I don't know, I just listen to them talking back and forth because it's so impressive. I loved it. I'm so excited to get through the rest of the story, but I'm taking it kind of slow and trying to get the side stuff as I go because I don't think I'll go back completely and get the rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I played.
Cool. Well, sometimes you just need to stick with one little quality game, settle down with it, not World of Warcraft, and get in after it. I don't know how you did that with Ragnarok sitting in your lap. You played WoW that many hours, but it'll get
I just
you.
had to do it, dude.
It'll get
had
you.
to do it. Had to get flying.
All right. Well, before we go, let's go around the room. What do you guys got? Anything you want to leave with our listeners, viewers, before we head out?
Yeah, I got one. You chumps, keep buying the battle pass so I can keep playing games for free. That's it.
You know, you're telling people that they're chumps for subscribing to battle passes, and then you're on the same hand telling them thank you for subscribing to your podcast channel.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's actually a good point. That's kind of messed up.
I'm just kidding. Seriously.
Um,
Go ahead, Swift.
No, but I'm a subscriber, so that's cool.
we hit on it a couple times throughout the episode tonight, but seriously, join the Discord. Hit us up. Any of us up for the invite. The link is in the description for the podcast for the listeners. It's in the Twitch chat for the viewers if you're not already in here. I mean, right now, it's 9:30 p.m. on a Wednesday night, and that's Mountain Standard Time. So like much later for theStroke, a little bit later for ImPickleMatt, and there are like 15 people online
Gaming.
500 people.
playing different games. And I mean, obviously a bunch of people are offline, but it doesn't matter what time of day, night, there's somebody on there hanging out looking for an IRL connection to hang out and play some video games.
Very nice. There is the Discord. Once again, is One More Game Discord, and we'd love to have you join us and talk video games, chat with us about the podcast itself, if anything else. And yeah. Myself, you heard us talk about it a little bit with Warzone, but the beauty of video games, man, building memories in a digital world with homies while you're playing games, or homies and gals and girls and guys, whatever. It's awesome, and it's really cool that we live in a time where you can do that. Like, the fact that I have a bunch of great memories from playing a stupid looter shooter game in Verdansk is awesome. So
Yeah,
just,
it's pretty cool.
and One More Game Discord will help you do that. All right. Thanks, guys, once again for being in the chat, supporting us. If you did get a a gifted subscription from Crizzo, the generous god of One More Game, go ahead and tell him thank you. And thanks again, Crizzo, and everyone else in the chat tonight. It was a great time. And if you are listening on podcast, you can watch us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/OMGpodcast every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central. We'd love to have you. And share the word. Share the good word of Swift, ImPickleMatt, and theStroke about video games. We'd love to see this community grow. You can see more episodes from One More Game podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or omgpodcast.podbean.com, or anywhere else you might find your podcasts. I challenge you to find a podcast website that doesn't have our podcast on it. And if it's not on there, I'll get it on there. Cool. We do have our final subscriber gift, custom 3D printed gamer tag name, going out to, who was it?
It's got to be Han Solo.
Yeah, Hand Solo. There it is, the final 10. And now we need to
Yeah.
update our subscriber goal. Thanks to Crizzo, we're sitting at 14. So thanks, guys. All right, and if you are excited about more content from these fellows here, you can catch me streaming on Friday night on the Nexus Gaming Series primary channel. I will be casting the Division B Grand Finals for Heroes of the Storm. So come check that out at 10 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be, bringing that to you live. Otherwise, check me out streaming at twitch.tv/the__stroke, as well as that same handle on Twitter and Instagram. Go ahead and follow twitch.tv/Swiftmida and ImPickleMatt. Watch those dudes streaming, and I'd love to have you support and grow these communities. With that being said, I'll leave you with one final thought. Just because you have to grow up doesn't mean you have to stop gaming. Game on, gamers, and we'll see you next time on One More Game. PickleMatt, Swift, see ya!
See ya.
See ya. Raiding some hots, huh?